Right then, this is a quick walk around video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 2.2 SR automatic diesel. This car's covered just 38,000 miles from new, and it's in really lovely condition, as you'd expect. It's got fantastic history attached to the car as well. Finished in passion red, as you can see here. It gets the half leather Alcantara interior, which again has been kept in beautiful condition. It's a lovely sunny day. As I always say, the reason it's in the shade is because of the sun. You tend to see marks more clearly when it's in the shade than in direct sunlight. So come around the car for you. Front of the car, bumper very clean indeed. Bonnet likewise very good. Any stone chipping minor indeed. Near side of the car, very smooth down the panel work, really crisp. There's no car parking indentations that I can see. Near side front alloy, well, it takes all of the bashing. I can hardly see a thing on there. Near side rear, again beautiful condition. Rear bumper corner, again, pristine. Entry points for the tailgate, again very clean indeed. The offside, driver's side, again as with the near side, really crisp down the panel work. Can't see any indentations at all. Offside rear alloy, fantastic. The remaining panel work is absolutely lovely. Final alloy, likewise. For a car, regardless of the mileage, it is in superb condition. Let's come to the boot area. CR-Vs are family cars, as I always say, so the boots can be very heavily used. It literally looks like this one's hardly ever been used. It's incredibly clean. Let's come into the back, wide opening rear doors, and again, as with the boot, the rears of these cars where the kids sit can again be very heavily marked, but this has been kept absolutely beautifully. Coming to the front and the passenger side, again all very clean. Same with the footwell area there for the passenger side. Full set of original Honda mats, and again passenger seat in superb condition. Finally come to the driver's door card. Again really clean and tidy. Same again with the driver's side footwell area, really nice. Driver's seat for a car the age is incredibly clean. So inside the car now, as always the engine's running, so the dash is illuminated, which looks pretty much like new, incredibly clean. Just pop the car into reverse, got that lovely clear parking camera, and that complements the front and rear parking sensors. Coming down, it's an absolute credit to its previous owners because this is beautifully clean. Hopefully you can see the dash there, 38,000 only, 222 miles, no warning lights on while the engine's running at all. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut key, all here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 2.2 SR automatic diesel. The car is registered NU13DVM, and with a mileage just 38,223 recorded. The reason for all of our videos, and especially this bit, as I always say, is because we just want to ensure that if anyone's online looking at any of the cars we're selling, they actually get to see that car in operation before coming to see us. The reason being is, like far too many people, we've gone to see cars which have looked perfectly good in a photograph or description, but only to get there and find out it's actually got a fundamental fault we should much rather know about before setting off. We also do it on these very quiet country roads. It's beautiful part of Gloucestershire, and this actually forms part of the road test route we take our customers on. And the hope is, of course, it'll be representative of what you'd feel yourself should you go on a drive in the car. So coming to the car, it's clearly been extraordinarily well looked after, and it feels it as soon as you drive the car. It just feels tight as a drum. Twist the key, engine starts instantly, of course, and settles to a smooth, even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard relating to the engine or any other part of the car, and temperature gauge is running as a third, which is exactly where it's meant to be on a Honda car. It is a brilliant diesel engine, absolutely brilliant diesel engine. So I got completely distracted because I'm seeing an old Massey Ferguson 100 series. You don't see many of those about. that's lovely. So drive those as a boy. Anyway, yeah, come back to the engine. It's just a fantastic diesel engine. They're tough, they're reliable over huge mileages with just good regular maintenance. They're cam chain driven, there's no cam belts to have to worry about. But it's just a lovely engine to use as well. I've owned countless CR-Vs and I've always maintained the 2.2 auto, which my wife's currently got exactly this car in terms of the engine combination. One of the best we've ever had. Certainly for towing, it's a brilliant engine for that. The reason being is it's unlike a lot of its competitors where they can be just as quick, if not more powerful, but they've got much narrower power bands. This pulls from very low revs but keeps pulling in a very linear fashion, which is brilliant for sort of towing and that kind of thing. But it's a lovely unit, absolutely lovely unit. Obviously feeds through into the automatic gearbox. Again, a really good gearbox in the car, incredibly tough and reliable. It actually originates, believe it or not, in the Honda Legend, their flagship car. Reason being is that Honda at the time of when they started doing these things didn't have an automatic that was tough enough in terms of torque to be able to cope with a diesel engine, because it's all petrol engine stuff. So rather than go to the time and trouble of developing a completely new gearbox, it was engineering overkill, and they utilised the one at the Legend, which is over 300 horsepower, so that's why they're tough. And it's a lovely box. The gear shifts are slick, they're smooth, ratios very well judged in terms of trying to get the best out of the car in terms of the engine and the performance and the economy. So coming on to the steering and chassis, which has always been one of the strong points of any Honda CR-V, because they just drive really nicely. It's as simple as that. You'll be disappointed, of course, if you're getting in the car and thinking it's going to drive like a Ferrari. It isn't. But what it does do is it drives with more engagement than you'd give it credit for. The steering's beautifully weighted. It's reasonably quick and very accurate. It also tracks absolutely dead straight. There's no vibrations at this speed, or any speed actually up to the legal limit. But going through corners like this, hardly have to turn the wheel, hardly any body roll, and the body motions are kept in check really well. Because ordinarily, to get a car to ride as comfortably as this one does, you end up having to go for quite soft suspension, but then when you go through corners, they loll up about and keel over. But equally, to get cars to go through corners as well as this one does, you normally end up having to have much stiffer springing, which can be very uncomfortable. But this manages to do both brilliantly well, and there's only a handful of cars in this class that can even close to it in that regard. Worth pointing out, absolutely no rattles, clonks, anything from underneath the vehicle, all absolutely tight. Brakes on the car, I'll just leave that brake in a fraction right here. Very, very good. Good brake pedal on the car, powerful. No pulsing, no vibrations coming back through the brake pedal, so all in good order. Then coming inside the car, the first thing you notice when you get into any CR-V is just, first you can get a very comfortable driving position straight away. Excellent seats, really supportive and comfortable. Then you notice how much visibility you got. It's a car that you don't feel intimidated by in any way when you get in. You don't feel as though you've got huge blind spots everywhere you look. Some cars can feel quite claustrophobic, even cars in this class. Big wing mirrors on either side help with sort of lane changing, reversing, that kind of thing. Quite a low dash line as well, so you can actually see the bonnets, which is a minor miracle in this day and age. And then you've got the dash itself. Just its simplicity itself. It's just a car that you can just get in and drive, which is joyous by comparison to lots of cars in this day and age. A couple of days in the car and you've absolutely mastered everything. So it is very easy to come to terms with. Huge, big, simple, easy to use stereo there. DAB radio as well with hands-free telephone built in. Down below that you've got dual zone climate control, so you can have different temperatures side to side if you want to. That pumps out ice cold air, by the way, so all in very good order. whatever you twist, press or otherwise, there's that lovely, slick, substantial feel to it that Honda give you with all of their controls. They're absolute masters at doing that. Heated seats, again, checked, all working. Directly in front of me, dash pinnacle, simple white on black gauges, as it should be, so you don't have to take your eyes off the road for more than a nanosecond to take the information in, rather than having to kind of squint to try and work out what you're looking at. And then you've got this lovely leather-bound steering wheel to sort of finish it off. And it is in this lovely condition, and they are beautifully put together, really solid cars in here. This is a four-wheel drive version of the CR-V, albeit you won't find any buttons to activate it because it's completely automatic. Honda, when they first launched the CR-V, worked out very quickly that most people would be doing what I'm doing right now, driving where you don't need four-wheel drive on. That's pretty much 99.9% of most people's driving. Should it need to go into four-wheel drive, it's brilliant. It basically does it via the traction control system, because the car runs in two-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, pretty much the whole time. If you pulled away on a bit of mud or snow or ice or something, then you might end up with, sorry, the sun's low, smeared the windscreen. You pull away on a bit of snow or mud or ice, you know, the traction control kicks in, automatically brings in the four-wheel drive seamlessly, quicker than you could do yourself. And once you've got through the muddy bit, it disengages it straight away. The advantages of it are fairly obvious. You're going to get through your tyres less quickly, you'll use less fuel, and you put far, far less mechanical stress through the vehicle as well. The car drives absolutely beautifully. I simply can't fault it.